Hello, demons, and welcome to Coil Demon Gaming here on YouTube. I have a special review for you guys, and today I want to compare the World of Outlaws sprint car game that literally just came out, and as well as Tony Stewart's All-Star Racing Experience with the previous sprint car game. Now, how we're going to start this off is by the customization options that we have for our cars. And first things first, by the looks of it here, you have the 410 sprint car, the World of Outlaw late model, the dirt car 360, a pro late 305, and the street stock. You already have two other classes that you get to work on compared to Tony Stewart's All-Star Racing Experience. So we're going to do the 410 sprint car here. It's already on that, so why am I switching? But with all being said, we're going to start with our body, do our style, which we actually have more options compared to the Tony Stewart All-Star Racing Experience. So I'm going to stick with the flames because I've been running that a lot. Now we're just going to do the colors here quick. So I want to do my color scheme for Coil Demon Gaming. So that'll be black. You even have patterns that you can work with. That's pretty cool. Then you get to do your primary, and you can do a pattern there. Let's do blue. Where's my blue? We'll do that blue right there. Then the secondary, we can leave it red. Then we could also change our roll cage, which I'm actually going to leave white. So we have all of our colors. And even I'm going to leave my rim style. You have a few different colors. So I'm going to run the blue because that looks really good. Now, you have the fuel. You can even customize the color of the fuel cell. I'm just going to leave everything the same colors here. So, but we have that. You can even change the front wing if you wanted to. You could have a different color there. That's awesome. And you can even change your top wing. Actually, let's do that because you can change the style that you want. So I'm going to do that. But I'm going to leave the colors the way that they are. So I now have my color scheme for my actual everything that I run for my actual logo and everything. So this is kind of similar to the colors that I run for my iRacing and everything else. So happy that I have that. Now you can also do shapes, which I actually really don't. I'm not going to show that. But if you guys wanted to add shapes, you can do this and you can do a rectangle or whatever. Not that I'm going to put that on this car because I just want to keep it basic. Now, we can change our decals. So, for instance, and that's the other thing too. If you remember from All-Star, you didn't have very many options here. Like this, you get two sets of sponsors. So that I'm happy with because you have more sponsors and more well-known sponsors. So that's actually something I'm happy to see is the sponsorship choices. So I'm gonna run this. I'm gonna put this on here because I like that. That looks cool. Or we can even run Fox. So either way, I'm gonna put the K1 race gear on here. I like that. Then you can change the position, whatever you want to do. Scale it, make it bigger, smaller. I'm gonna leave it the way it is. I like the size of that, so I'm not gonna mess with it. Then you have your front side, so you can do another different one if you want. I'm gonna actually put. Let's go with We'll go with Anderson. No, actually, let's go with Bob's Toe. No, you can't really see that. Let's do Brown Pasture Farms. Why not, right? So we'll put that on there for the side. Then the wing is RE. I'm definitely changing that to Comet. Yeah. Comet. Or actually, I'm going to put Dirt Vision. I definitely want to put Dirt Vision. So we're going to have Dirt Vision on the wing. You can even do the wing left inside. Where's the inside? What do they mean by that? Where am I? So you can even add multiple decals on here if you wanted to. But I actually don't. Where is the? Oh, duh! It's literally right there. So looking right at it. So let's take off the ARP. And okay, so yeah, so that's where we're putting it. So let's do a Hoosier. Yeah, I like Hoosier. So we'll have that as a sponsor, and then we'll have a Fanatic, which is actually a race wheel company. So we'll have that on there as well. And then you also have your extras that they just give you automatically. I mean, I could even add one if I wanted to. I could put it right in the middle. So, you know what? Let's do that just for the heck of it. Let's put this, let's sponsor this sports grill here. So now with this one, I have to move it. Takes a while. But yeah, we'll put that right in the middle there. So there you go. Now we got that extra sponsor in there. Which, by the way, all these sponsors that I have, I'm not actually sponsored by. I'm just showing the customization for what you can do with the sprint cars and everything. So there's that. Then we have our front wing. We can put the front wing side, K1. I'd rather do Fox. So we'll have Fox as another logo, and you can even do the front wing itself. So let's do iRacing, because why not? And you can do the top, which apparently you can't see that Fox that they give you. So we'll put 9 Racing. So we'll put that on there. So we now, and you can even do the left side. You can do all those there too. And the left back. And you can even change the other side of the wings and everything. And even the bottom. I am actually very impressed right now by the amount of sponsorships and customization options that this car has. And you can even do the fuel cell if you wanted to. And the back right. Wow, this is, okay, so we went full circle. And the full contingencies, you could have that, or you could take off those and have it plain. Now, the number. Let's do, you have the inside? Oh, you can't really see the inside. I have sponsors on the inside, so, but we can do the wing right side. So we'll change this car number here. How do you actually change the number? Because I don't want it to be 44. Alright, so now you have to add a number. Oh, okay. So with that, we're going to change it to my iRacing number of 53 because of the league that I run. And blue looks cool and all, but I actually want it to be black. So we're just going to change that to black here. Everything else can stay the same, but I just want the black. Then you have your patterns. I'll leave it that way. You have your fonts, you know, however you feel. And you can even make it italic or reverse italic. So you have those options as well. I don't really see where I could put it on the inside, so I'm just going to not mess with that. But then you have your front wing. You can apparently put it on the side if you wanted to. Or the front, wing top, left side, back, or wing left side even. But it's already changed. It's the same as the other side. And you could also do the wing bottom if you chose to, and the fuel cell. Which actually with the fuel cell, I want it to be... Oh, it all goes around. Okay, cool. So there you go. We have that all figured out. So everything here, you can change it. You can do the back right side, whatever, and so forth. So now that we have our car customized, let's... All right, so there's already a lot of different changes to the All-Star compared to World of Outlaws. Number one is that you only have like 4 different paint scheme options. You can go basic, or you could run this first variant, second variant, or the third. That's all you get to work with. So you already don't have much paint scheme options. Now we have to keep in mind this was Monster's first game that they came out with, so they didn't really expand much with working on the car as to with doing your own customizational options. And furthermore, they also didn't partner with iRacing like they did with the World of Outlaws. Second of all, you have your base paint, so let's do the same colors that we did. So we'll go into, but you don't even get the full paint either. You get all these options here. This is all you get for paint, and then you can even go to the crazy colors too. Like you can get all these other, but the paint is less available. So you don't even get that many color options as you do in World of Outlaws. So we'll just do the red here again, close to as the other. We'll put the white on for the, and that's stripe 3, by the way, is your roll cage, which is different too. You actually get to change the roll cage. As for, with this one, you get stripe 1, stripe 2, which is your body, and then stripe 3 is what you get for your roll cage options. So you already have that. The other thing is the number selection. You don't get to go all over the place. You get to work with what they give you. So that's already one thing. So you don't get to input your own number. You get what they have available. I actually did not like that in this game. However, 53 is, if I were to have been playing this then, thank God they have 53. But granted, it's still something that I wasn't really happy with for its time, but the game was still fun all in all for what you're able to work with. With all that being said, here we can change the number of cent. We want it to be red so you can see it pop a little bit. Actually, maybe blue. Blue would be a better choice here. So we'll put the blue on the back, but even then that looks a little hard to see. So, and then, like I said, with your decals, we did not have that many available to us. Like, you literally have a good amount, yes, but there wasn't a mass variety as like of World of Outlaws. So like you probably have less than what you would get for World of Outlaws. But again, that was one little thing that was what it was at the time compared to now. So all in all, it still isn't that big of a deal in my personal opinion. But then the other thing is, like, you can't move these around. They're stuck where they are. So we'll just put all these on. I'll leave the Elliots. I don't care. And then that's the other thing. Like, you only get to work with a certain amount again, which is fine. You know, it's not the end of the world. But I definitely like having the iRacing partnership on the World of Outlaws because you get a few more choices that you want to have with your comparison or with your availability. Sorry, I misspoke. And then, yeah, even the underneath, you know, it still works, but you don't get to put anything on the fuel cell. You don't get to put anything, you know, on the sides other than one. You're only selected to one. So that's the other thing to keep in mind. And that's pretty much it. You don't even get to, you know, like, you can change your number, but that's about it. You don't get to put anything on the side. You don't get to put anything, you know, on the front or whatever. So that's what that puts us with. So not very many customization options in the All-Stars compared to World of Outlaws. Another thing with the customization options is your driver. Now, again, you didn't get very many options for your driver. You only got like 3 variants to work with. Which, again, at its time, it was alright. But I'm definitely happy to see more options that you get to work with. And you only got 3 styles of helmets compared to the other one within the World of Outlaws, which I will show in a moment here. You actually get a mass variety, again, of customization choices. So let's just make the colors here. We'll do red and black. And also, you only get one decal on the helmet. As for in World of Outlaws, you can do multiple options. And, so with style, you get, these options. Okay, cool. And you only get 2 color schemes. So we'll put all those on there. We'll do red, white, there. I can't even get blue. Oh, well. And then, again, your small, sponsors. You don't got a whole lot. And you can't move these wherever you want to move them. So they're stuck right there. I personally put it more up on the shoulder blade. That's just me. But in this game, you did not have that option, sadly. And you can't, there's really not much room for anything for the customization in the driver. So that's that for this one. Let's show you the World of Outlaw difference. So now we're back to the World of Outlaws, and here you already have so many different options for presets and whatnot. I've already set this up to make it look similar, but we can even copy design from our car. So let's do that. And that's literally how my car looks. Now, the only thing is I have to change the, decals. So you get to put whatever decals you want. So just simply grab whatever. So for instance, let's do, I didn't even see some of these when I was looking through this game already. I'll put that one there. I like that. I love the flame idea. So we'll put that one there. Then you can move to the right arm, add a decal of your choice. And this is where I'm going to show you guys. So let's do monster. Now, you can move the position however you want. So I'm going to want it all the way up here. Just like that. You can also rotate it if you feel. You can scale it, make it bigger, make it smaller, however. So I really like that as well. It gives you more room to make it how you want it to be. So I'm definitely happy with this. Here, what do I want to put on this one? Let's put the Hoosier. We like Hoosier, so we'll put that on there and just move this one up to the arm as well. So, bingo, done. And you can even do you can put all these on here if you want as well. You can have extra contingencies. Now, sadly, they go over one of my spots, but that's fine. Actually, yeesh. Maybe we should remove those. So you can actually see the actual ones on there. But so yeah, it's like, that's the other thing. You can have those, but then you can even do a decal on the back. So, for example, if you want to be sponsored by, I don't know, let's put 9 Racing on here. You can put that on here and make it big, small, however you want. So I'm definitely happy with that as well. And you can even do the helmet. And you can add multiple decals. So, like I said, I had iRacing on here, I think, previously, so we'll put that on there again. And then, if I wanted to, I could add another decal. So we'll put Fox on there. And we'll just put it right underneath it. And move it over just a little bit. But so yeah. So like you can have more than one decal on a side, which I like compared to the other one. And you can move it so then it looks on both sides. So I'm definitely happy with that. You can put stuff on your right leg, your left leg, your chest, so forth. So that's another great thing about the customization is that we are able to put more decals in one location compared to All-Star. Now don't worry, we will get into racing, I promise. But let's talk about the roster that we have available to us from sprint cars, late models, pro late models, and whatnot. So first things first, we're going to talk about the sprint cars here. So let's see. We have, your car. We can drive as Jacob Allen, Spencer Baston, Noah Gass, David Gravel, one of my personal favorite drivers. I actually loved watching him race at Wilmot. You get Sheldon the GOAT, Casey Kane. Then there's everybody's favorite, Craig Kinzer, son of Steve, Carson Macedo, Bill Rose. I actually used to watch this guy race as an IRA before he became into the world of Outlaws. So I've seen him run from time to time before. This guy. Everybody loves downing shots. Then he even has an alternate. That's pretty cool. I am actually surprised to see that, but again, I really don't care. Logan Schurst, Jason Sides, another personal favorite, Brad Sweet, Brock Zerfas, Austin Bishop. I don't think I've seen him before. Dylan Cincinnati. I don't think I know this guy too well. Cale Conley, Justin Cox, Will Croft, Billy Dietrich. I recognize that one. Cody Fletcher, AJ Flick, Arton. Are even all these guys even drivers? Like, some of these guys I don't even recognize. Greg. Okay, McKenna Haas. Slater Helt. Bradley Howard. Trey Jacobs. Chase Johnson. Wayne Johnson. Bud Caden. I don't know if all these are even dry. There's a big roster. To the point where I don't even know some. I think we just got to the point where, yeah, these might be all the. Okay. So some of these guys might actually be like who made the game. Because there's a lot. Cole Young, is he? From iRacing? Do we have the iRacing drivers in here too? I'm guessing the Platinums are actually like drivers that you know, and then everybody else is either from iRacing or... Huh. Okay, cool. So yeah, we just have a big roster of sprint car drivers. Now, the roster wasn't too bad in the All-Stars. I mean, you also had a few other options where they give you a gold car, a patriotic car, a stealth car. Those were some DLCs. Okay, cool. Then you had Corey Eliason, Skylar G, Skylar G's 2020 paint scheme, Sam Hayford Tep Jr., Gerald, Paul McMahon, Justin Peck, and then his blue paint scheme. Aaron Reitzel, my personal favorite for the All-Stars. Got to have a couple of Tony Stewart variants. Greg Wilson, Zeb Weiss, Oh, Brock was actually in both games. Look at that. So Brock, they have his All-Star. So this is Brock's All-Star paint scheme that you just saw in the World of Outlaws. So that's your roster for the sprint cars in the All-Stars. Lots smaller than what we have for the World of Outlaws. Might as well just carry on with the rest of the series that you are able to run. Now, I can't confirm if all these drivers for the roster in the All-Stars are actual drivers in real life. I don't know much of the 305 sprints. But you have Ben Armstrong, Dale Baker, Jeff, Vincent. I think these are all just people that made the game. I might be wrong, but these are just, yeah, they don't, and you don't really have a big selection of drivers for the sprints here for the 305s. So it's really, really small. And then lastly, we'll go on to the mini sprints. So then the last series that you had available in Tony Stewart's was just the little mini sprint without the wing, obviously. But yeah, you only had a couple more options. You really didn't have a whole lot to run. So there wasn't a whole lot really available in this game, sadly. And even with DLC, they really didn't come out with another series or whatever. They just gave you all sprint cars, which was fine. It was fun. But you didn't really have a mass selection. As for with the World of Outlaws, which we'll get back to, you will see 5 other series. With those series being mentioned, we have the World of Outlaws late models, the 360 Sprint, the Pro late models, dirt car racing, then we have the 305 sprints, and we have street stocks, which we only got to see in the All-American Racing, which I'm not really going to touch base with, but you did get to run the street stock on the All-American Racing of the second game that Monster created. Now let's look at the drivers for late model and see what the roster looks like there. And Max Blair, Boom Briggs, Tyler Bruning, Sean Clayton, Tanner English, Dennis Erb Jr., Gordy Gundaker, Ryan Gunston, Kyle Hammer, Brent Larson, Josh Rickers. That's one driver I'm surprised I don't see in this game, by the way, is Kyle Larson. Ross Bales, Austin Berry. So, like, now the rest are just other drivers, which I would like to assume are from iRacing. But I'm not 100% correct on that. I have not watched much of the World of Outlaw iRacing series for the late models. But then you have my car, which you didn't get to see me paint it, but this is what the paint scheme looks like for my late model. Now we're going to go to the 360 sprints. And it doesn't look like we have any drive. Okay, so yep, these are all just drivers. Nobody really that knows, but there's not a big roster of the 360s. It's a smaller selection. And I'm assuming it's going to be the same with the Pro Lates. Yeah, it looks about right. We only have a small selection. I like that paint scheme, though. This looks pretty cool. Matter of fact, I bet you these are the guys from iRacing, because I recognize this paint scheme very well. I definitely recognize this paint scheme. And I believe I also recognize this one. So these are, I mean, they're pretty cool. I'm liking what I'm looking at here. Especially that one. That is sick. There's actually a decent roster here for the Pro Lates. Now we'll look at the 305s. These also don't look as bad. And I'm like I said, I'm assuming they're all from iRacing, by the looks of it. Small amount, but a good amount. And then we'll look at the street stocks, which is the same body style from All American Racing. But, I mean, the paint schemes look cool. You know, you only get a small selection to run with. I wonder what their DLC options will be. Alright, Demons. Now we're time to do some racing comparison and also discuss the tracks that we have available for the World of Outlaws and what we had for realistic tracks in All-Star. So our first discussion here will be the 13 official tracks that we have available for us in the World of Outlaws. And that starts with Bristol. I'll talk about this one in a second. Then we have Charlotte, Eldora, Fairbury, which is in Illinois, Knoxville, which they also did give us that in the All-Star. Then we have Como Speedway, Las Vegas. Oh, looks like you have to unlock this one. You have Lima Land, which apparently is a DLC. Port Royal, Texas, Velasa, and Weedsport. Also Williams Grove. Now, they brought back all the tracks that they had previously. So that's Arrowwood, you know, Baxterville, Circle Lake, Desert Rock. These are all just tracks that were created and they're not actually official tracks. They're just tracks that were designed. And I thought Five Forks was actually a real speedway for the longest time. And I thought Grant Park was as well. Even I-19 I thought was a real track for a while. But they're all just tracks that they came up with. Like this one, I literally thought was a remake of Beaver Dam. Then I thought, no, it might be Dodge. But yeah, so they have all the tracks that they had in the previous, and they brought them back for us to run again in the career mode, I'm assuming. So yeah, we just got all these, you know, tracks that are just, you know, whatever. But so you get 13, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And apparently Lima Land has been added. So you technically get 14 for World of Outlaws. Now on to All-Star. So in All-Star, Monster really didn't have the licensing to have a lot of the tracks. So they're pretty much all the ones that they just made up. Now, granted, you do get Knoxville. They did have that in here. And I believe that was the only realistic track that they had in the game. Yeah, so the only one that you actually got to run was Knoxville. Otherwise, everything else was just, you know, game-made tracks that were not realistic at all. So that's what you had to really work with in this game. Not much. I mean, tracks are fun to race, but it's nothing compared to what the World of Outlaws have now. Alright, Demons. So the only track that we actually had available in the All-Stars was Knoxville. Everything else, we have no realistic tracks whatsoever. As I will say, it is what it is. You know, that's bottom line. This is the only track that we had available to run. So, it is what it is. Knoxville is a good track. But I can't wait to run all the others on the World of Outlaws. And I just want to point out there was a track that I missed. And I'm really happy that we have this track available for us to run. I've actually never been to this location. I have not been able to see a race there yet. And I'd really like to. And with that all being said, I'm a little sad at the same time. Because Yes, they got a great track in Wisconsin. However, they're still missing two others. Those being Beaver Dam and Wilmot. How could they forget the Badger 40? I've been to Wilmot so many times for the Badger 40, including previously this year. And let me tell you, it was a great event as always. And I believe Brad Sweet won. And I also got to watch one of my buddies and personal favorites from the IRA run that race with the World of Outlaws. So the International Racing Association actually ran with the World of Outlaws at the Badger 40, and it was literally the greatest show on dirt. So I was really happy to get to see that, and not only that, be in the pits watching the event from the pits. So it was really I was really excited. Sorry to stutter. It was just so much excitement for one event. I did try to see the All-Stars at Wilmot, which that was another thing. I really wish that All-Stars had more official tracks. But again, at the time when Monster announced that they were making the racing games and everything, the licensing was just not for them, I'm assuming. With all that being said, they couldn't really get many of the realistic tracks. But I've seen the All-Stars run at Wilmot, and that was also a pretty good show. Anyways, let's now see what it looks like to run Cedar Lake. 60 laps. It's a 3/8 mile, multi-groove, low banking, and we're running in the dark. So we're gonna do a quick. And you can also do your car setup. I'm just gonna keep it 50% loose. And let's go into practice here. It already feels different. This already feels a lot different with control. It definitely feels harder to control. And I wish I was doing these experiments with a race wheel, but I don't have one yet. So I'm just playing off controller right now. Apparently the high groove is the best way around the track, but I've always been the type to run the low. But it is actually hard for me to get a solid practice right. So you can't drive off the track, that's one thing. Let's get this practice lap. Man, I cannot. This feels like my iRacing experience. Oh, you can actually drive over wheels. That's different. Okay. That's definitely different than in the other one. You just bump into them on the All-Stars. As for with this one, the collisions are way more aggressive. Ooh, that was close. That was a close lap. This definitely feels a lot faster too. I cannot wait to do the career mode in this. Like this is, I'm very impressed by the driving style. Ooh, we might have the lap here. We got it. Alright, now let's see what it looks like to crash. Okay, so we already damaged the front wing. Alright. Definitely the damage is different. How about flipping over the car? Is that possible? Yep, you have a way better chance of flipping the car over. Just by how aggressive it is. Oh, look at that. Even though, yeah. The collisions are brutal. We have a wreck behind us just now. But I can still control the car, which is... So I haven't flipped the car over though. I'm trying to see what it does to the wing. Alright, now it's time for a taste to see what qualifying looks like. Did I restart my first lap? Oh no, now I did. Alright, 1 or 2 laps. This looks so clean. You can actually see the attention to detail. Didn't have a quick time. Oof. Alright, well I qualified 8th. So, let's see where... So it's putting me in Heat 4. Alright, let's see what the racing actually looks like. We got a full field here. We had 40 cars participate in this. I qualified 8th. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, let's make the car a little more tight. Rear tires slide first in the corners, hard to maintain control, but can be faster. Front tires slide first in the corners, easier to maintain control, but can be slower. I feel like that's the better option. So we'll try that to see how we do in Heat 4. Starting second. Top 5 advance into the A main, 2 to the qualifying dash. Let's see if I can move on to the qualifying dash.
Listen to the engines as we get ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's go time.
Man, I get a really bad start. I spin the tires. This is already bad. I am definitely driving aggressive. I don't like that. The field's tight. And we got a caution. Why is there a caution? Is there a way you can... Nope. So you cannot look at a restart set. You cannot do a replay. That is one thing that you can't look at. Sadly. I probably could have seen it on my rear view mirror. But yeah, it's double file restarts too. Whoa! So what happened there? Was it because he lost his wheels? The moment that he got... Okay. I didn't see anybody wreck behind me. I can't even... I might stay... I gotta get 5th here. Jesus, I'm trying to... This is more of a challenge. Donnie Schatz is crushing it. Just trying to get to the qualifying dash. Trying to get that slide job. Oh, we got a... They do flip. Oh, Jesus. In the back, we had a flipper. Oh, my God. That was bad. That was insane. Oh, my God. I don't even know how that happened. All right. I just took the pass on Donnie Schatz. Oh, that was okay. Okay, that was a hard battle. Donnie Schatz on our battling for position, but we advanced to the qualifying. Alright. I kind of want to see that flip again. So you have different camera angles. Okay, so he spun out. The double file restarts. You can't really... Oh, you can fast. That looks really good though. Oh, we had another flip. Jeez. The flips are really aggressive in this game. Alright. Let's go check out this qualifying dash real quick here. Alright, so I already ran a few laps. We're just about to finish this up right here, unless we have a caution. David Gravel and I are currently battling. And let me tell you, this is a very impressive qualifying dash. And we have a caution. Did somebody flip? We currently have the lead. It was a struggle to get up here, let me tell you. Man, I was in first and I just dropped to fifth. With that slide job, and I put it in the wall. Just throw. Oh, look out. That was an aggressive last lap right there. Alright. See you guys at the A main. I'll just give you a taste of the A main, by the way. Alright, so first we do the 4-wide salute. So they do that, they do the introductions and everything. 4-wide salute to start us off. That's pretty cool. I like this a lot. That is pretty cool. Alright, so now we go into the real racing here. We have a full field of cars. Let's see what the driving style looks like. Okay, so this is our inner camera. And we have a caution. The only thing is I couldn't see what happened. So yeah, this is more realistic like iRacing. I like this. It's actually the same as the All-Stars. And we have a caution again. I've been really aggressive so far this whole race. I need to be careful, but there are 25 cars in this field. Let's get some clean laps. Oh, okay, that was really bad. I hit the brakes and I just went flying. So far I'm showing you guys how bad I am. Hopefully in the career mode it's a lot different. So I will definitely be doing this on my Twitch channel at coildemon/twitch.tv. And I will be doing live streams of this game and also have other content. I am dropping back a lot right now. Whoa! And we just had a guy flip right into me. Alright, I'll do a few more laps.
We're just about ready to start. Green flag is in the air. These drivers are running hard in this one. Nobody wants to give in, and I don't blame them.
And we got another. Whoa, Jesus. The only thing is, I really don't see much damage happening to them. Like, his wing should have broken off.
Just
I
about
don't know how that works, but it's definitely different with the crashing. But, like, Sheldon has no damage on his car whatsoever.
it's a great day at the racetrack.
This is bad. Come on, let's get some clean laps here, guys.
How many times have we seen this before at this track? Ray battles for position just about everywhere you look. That's why the fans love this track so much.
And another caution. Alright, we'll end there. Now let's go to All-Star and do a quick race and show the difference. Alright, Demons. We just ran Cedar Lake for the World of Outlaws, and let me tell you, that was an experience. Now we're going to do the race comparison and what the differences are in the All-Star Circuit of Champions. So, I'm just going to skip right everything, go right to the heat. Don't have to do qualifying, don't got to do practice. So we're going to go right into the heat. Starts us in Heat 4 again. However, I'm probably starting in the back due to the fact that I didn't actually qualify.
The fourth and final heat of the night. Remember, the top 5 advance to the A-main. Get ready, folks. Hold on to your seats. Here we go.
So we're going to do a little bit. We're going to do the full heat race here. And it definitely feels a lot slower. And it doesn't look as clean as it did for the other one. The other thing is, there's a lot of bumping and everything, but all that they do is they lose control. They don't really, I haven't seen many sprint cars flip in this game throughout my time of playing it. Miller got me on the... Now, there's really not much difference, or there's actually a lot of difference. So he spun out. That's pretty much all that you get for a crash is a spin. I've never really seen them flip or anything, and not only that, you don't have the other AI just running into the driver. So you don't have much, like, aggression. The cars aren't really crashing into each other. It's just you and one other AI is really what the collision is. And, like, I mean, they've caused themselves the wreck, but it's just not as common. Like, you know, at the time when Monster first started, you know, they didn't have a lot of ideas. I mean, like I said, they've adapted, and I love the World of Outlaws. And I love this game too. It's still fun to play, but it's just different. Different race style. Car's easier to control too, actually. So we got that's one big difference with both games is, like, I feel like this car is a lot easier to control. The speed doesn't look like it's as fast, even though they're both 4-time sprints. And there's really not much, like, cautions and collisions. It's like they're not as frequent, I feel. And I have them both set the same way. Both same skills. So I got second in the heat. Just like I think I did in the other one, actually. So now we gotta do the qualifying dash. So I'll show you a little bit of that before the A-main. Alright, so we're on about lap 6 now. Here. Currently 4th.
Coming to the line. This should be a
Let's see if we can change the results a little bit. Or have the same result like we did in the World of Outlaws. Oh. That was a little bit of aggression. Don't want to spin them out. We're really turning the dirt up. Six laps to go. And we've had a few cautions. We've had a few more cautions than we did in the World of Outlaws. But now we're having some pretty clean racing here. So that's the other thing. AI against AI, they don't really cause too many wrecks. Had a nice pass there on, I believe that was Peck. No, that wasn't Peck, that was an N.
any money you spend on our concession goes directly back into making the track improve. Spend what you got.
Tony Stewart and Greg Wilson are crushing the qualifying dash race.
2 laps to go.
But I am very happy with both announcers though. They are very consistent. On like every lap they say something, which is good. However, it does get repetitive after a while.
Around the track.
But, you know, there's only so many phrases and lines that they can say. But so we got third in the qualifying dash. So I think I'm starting third on the A-main. I think that's exactly how I started in the other one.
Let's go take a look at the results.
All right, let's go check out the
Many
A-main.
talented drivers.
So they
This
don't
should
do
be
the
a
four wide
race.
salute.
Good luck, everybody.
And they don't say much about the other drivers. They really just go right into it. No much introduction. No national anthem. And it's still a 25 car field. Just it was started different. I believe the All-Stars also do a full wide salute. Not here. However though, we already got the first. And it's been clean. How many laps till the caution? Or if I make a mistake. So now we have Tony Stewart passing me. Okay. Battling with Aaron Reitzel here right now. Let's give you guys 10 laps here. 4 more to go. Let's get the low side. Slide job? Ooh, we were close. Ooh. That made me drop back a lot. Alright, coming up to... Okay, well, we're in the wall further. That sucks. Alright. That concludes the All-Star Gaming. Gave you guys 10 laps of blistering hell. Alright, Demon Nation, this concludes our review and comparison on the World of Outlaws and Tony Stewart's All-Star Circuit of Champions. I hope all of you enjoyed this video, and if you have not already, hit that subscribe button. Give me a like, comment, share with your friends, and if you want to see more content of the World of Outlaws, check me out at twitch.tv/CoilDemonGaming, where I will be doing the career mode really soon. Anyways, as always, this is Coil Demon signing off, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.